Hey everybody, I'm here with John Caudill of one of the newer wineries, the newest winery in Spokane, Overbluff Cellars. Thanks for having me here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
I love talking to you and your family, your business partner. So you guys just are opening, and people are going to be experiencing you for the first time, right?
Yes.
So tell us how you got to this position here in May 2010.
Long story, we'll make it short. My partner and I we met in Spokane, just do some wine tasting friends. We came together, started drinking a lot of wine together. We decided to go to a trip to Napa, which I'm from close by there in Lodi, California, so kind of grew up around the fruit and the grapes, and so did he. So it was a fun trip to take, and while we were there, after having made some wine in the past year or two, we started to think about opening a winery. So ours was turning out pretty good that we had made, and I saw what was going on down in Napa, and it was exciting, and I said, we're going to do this.
But yeah, the passion was there when you went to this trip in Napa. From there, now you're into 2010. You obviously have a release of some 2007 vintage wine. How much wine are you going to be producing for this first vintage?
The first vintage we have, for the 2007, there's 168 cases of red, all cap. We have 3 different caps. And then we added another 80 cases of Viognier.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think people are excited to hear about the story and how things came into existence, but everybody's always really excited to hear about the wine, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us about the different wines that you have. The one I have.
Well, the first thing that's very exciting about is it's our first white production, and I think it turned out awesome. We're very proud of it. The interesting thing is it's very high in alcohol.
I almost didn't want to point it out. I was looking at it, I was like, okay, so tell me about that.
Well, what had happened in Walla Walla is during that particular, this last year,
Right.
during that week that we were going to get our Viognier, it went from 22 bricks to 28 bricks in like 3 days. And the vineyards could not stop, and that was both vineyards. So it's a mixture of 2 vineyards, 10 miles apart, same problem. So there's a lot of fruit coming out of Walla Walla for the 9 vintage. It's going to be a little hot. It's just kind of the way it worked out. It was difficult. The vineyards had a difficult time controlling it. It's just the bricks went. It was very hot, very intense for 3 or 4 days, and it just went out of control. So that's kind of why that went that way.
And then the cabs in reverse order here, it looks like, right? So this one here is your reserve cab.
Correct.
And it's going to be retailing for $34. Tell us a little bit about this one.
That one there is a mix of 2 Walla Walla vineyards, Latour Vineyard up in the Pepper Ridge region, and then the Seven Hills region, the Winter Vineyard. And that the reserve has the old vines.
2 other cabs. Briefly explain the difference between the 2 cabs.
The duality is the same blend as the reserve, different barrels, so different oak, and it did not have the old vine. So we had that at the Nova Porcelain Vineyard. It's about an 11-leaf vineyard, so it's 11th year producing fruit. The Latour is a single vineyard cab, so it's just all fruit out of Latour. So it's a little more elegant, lighter, more balanced cab. So it's interesting. These are big fruit, and this is a little bit more.
All right, so excellent. Thanks for sharing all the wine and what's coming up. I know people are excited about it. But where does it go from here? You've got 290 cases this year, and I know obviously these have been in barrels for a while, maybe not as exact, but you've got stuff elsewhere in another facility that's going to be coming out in 2008, 2009, and all of that. So where does it go from here?
Well, 2008, our 2007 vintage was 7 barrels. Our 2008, so far as the reds are concerned, was Syrah. We have
Branching out.
We are a little bit, yeah. We're starting to spread our wings just a bit. We're going to have 20 barrels that'll be in the red, and we'll have some additional whites as well for the coming 2011 release. 3 times volume, and then 2009 we did it just a little bit more, so we're probably around 27 barrels worth of that. So and I think that's about where we're going to stay. So we kind of like that 1,000 to 1,200, maybe 1,500 case max. Try to keep my my production down enough where we can still enjoy it and control it, and may still have a family operation, not try to be big.
Yeah.
You don't want to be big. You just want to be small, boutique, and have fun with it.
That's what it's about. And I know you mentioned, or maybe it was Jerry that mentioned earlier, that when it ceases to become fun, then you're out. I mean, it's passion, it's fun.
That was the whole reason for getting it to begin with. Our we'd be happy if it just self-sustains,
Right.
and then it makes it fun. So we have a passion for it, we enjoy it,
Okay.
and we want to continue with that.
Well, let's taste the reserve cap. What you're pouring for us here now is the reserve, right?
Reserve cap.
Okay, so tell us about I love just asking because you've been intimately involved with this wine now for 3 years. I mean, you've seen it from birth to now. We're going to enjoy it, which obviously is exciting. So when you examine and smell and drink this wine, what excites you about it?
Everything excites me about it.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, it's just a labor of love for 3 years, and it's finally come to fruition. I love the nose. Love the chocolate.
Main thing that I can tell is it's still a very young wine. You've got enough structure in there where it can sit down for 5 years, but it has a lot of drinkability right now too.
I believe so, and I think you'll find when you run the chemistry on it, it's chemically perfect. It can lay down for quite a while.
Yeah.
So we're pretty proud of
That's
that.
where your science guy can do that stuff.
We like to,
Yeah.
So I think it's important to know how long your wine's going to lay down.
All right. Well, I want to encourage everyone to stop by. You guys are opening Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend.
Up here at 620 South Washington. Now, if you're coming up here, tucked back in behind, there's kind of a house structure out there, but it is a business tucked back in, the tasting room. It's going to be a great place for you to come in and enjoy their wine. And I'm sure you're getting set up in all kinds of restaurants in town, right?
We're open to. We're already in a few. We're in Vin Rouge and Churchill Steakhouse, and it's available at Vino's Wine Shop right now. So
Available now.
available now. So yeah.
Pre-release.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting something special here. That's right. Well, thanks for having me. And life is always meant to be enjoyed with friends. I would encourage you to bring a bunch of friends up here to Overbluff Cellars and drink happy. Cheers.
Cheers.